Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Noob or Not, my ongoing video series where I take the heroes of Overwatch and ask you to tell me what I can do to play them better. And when I'm playing these games, I like to thank the people I'm playing with, because basically you're carrying me most of the time on characters such as Hanzo. I'm not very good with Hanzo, but I do know that he needs to get up on the high ground. Now, there's not always high ground in all of these maps, but I think there's a middle ground on this one that I'm going to try out, so that's why I brought him out. You know, I'm putting the sonic arrows out there so I can get a feed on where people might be coming from. I think it would be smarter for me to put an arrow in one direction and kind of cover the other. That way my team will see them, and I'll have the other side that's not covered. But we'll see. I mean, that's something to think about. You know, I'm not a great shot anyways on projectiles, so these one at a times are going to be a little difficult for me. I put the scatter shot out there to maybe get lucky. Here's the middle ground I was talking about before. So I kind of want to stay in this middle area as much as possible. I'm going to try to support my team by putting out a sonic arrow as often as possible. And if I get in trouble somewhere in tight, I'll put a scatter shot, or if I hear somebody like over here in the corner, I'll give them a scatter shot. The Winston, that's going to be problematic for me and Anna, so I'm trying to keep him off Anna. The team responds pretty well. We all come back and get her, so that's not too shabby. I think you'll find later on I get targeted a bit more as people are getting picked off by me inadvertently. You know, I'm just kind of... Oh, here I have a really nice one against my brother. Take that, Genji. Oh, maybe Anna and I both finish him off. Oh, well.
On the left also.
Good shout-outs by my teammates. We're all kind of holding the area pretty well. The counter Hanzo, I'm not too concerned about him, but this moment inspires me. I'm like, ooh, where am I going to put my Hanzo? Where am I going to bring my dragons from? You'll see later on. I like a good Hanzo arrow will come from someplace you're not expecting. Almost shot that gorilla, but I didn't. So it wasn't my fault this time, and I have video proof. Oh, he's going for the environmental, but I get out of there. Woo, it's a good thing I can wall climb.
Yeah.
I don't think Hanzo wall climbs as well as Genji. I mean, he can go up the wall pretty far, but I think Genji's ability to double jump and then wall climb probably lets him get into higher positions. But I don't really know. If you know better, let me know. Leave a comment below. Let me know what I can do to get into higher positions with him. I know there used to be like a super Genji jump, but I don't have that. I'm on Hanzo. Here I'm down thinking about scouting out from below, right? I test the wall to see if I'll be able to climb out of it later. And then I come over here thinking that I'm going to get behind him. I'm probably pretty out of position. I had my scatter arrow, I think, down here before I used it up through the hole. So my thought was if I run into trouble, I'll just scatter him. But talking to my teammate, he knows what's going on. He's letting me know what's up. I get out of the way of this diva. I find him, and surprise, surprise, there's my surprise angle. They don't know where it's at, so they walked right into it. That was awesome for me. You know, my teammate liked it. I thought it was kind of silly, but it was fun to do since we were controlling the point, just kind of keep them off guard. It was probably the moment, though, when they started paying closer attention to me. Let's see here. Yep, there's a mini diva out of her mech. I like getting her. There's that Lucio. I think I finish him off with a scatter. I need the health, so I tell my team I'm running for the health pack. I'm going to go grab this large and let them go what they're doing. See, when you're running away, if you just tell your team you're running away and you have another team member that's coordinating really well with you, like I have here, then it's real easy to have an idea of what's going on, so you can turn your back on the action for a moment and then come back. Oh, my team does appreciate a good Lucio, so they were having a blast with that wall riding escapability of his.
Oh, man.
Nobody affected by it. I'm trying to just get some extra little bits out of it. I should have scattered her before she got back in her mech. Now, mini divas, I'm going to tell you this. I do the same thing. You should get back in your mech as soon as you can. you might as well. I mean, what's the point? Tracer finally comes and gets me. So this is the moment when I'm thinking, are they coming after me now? Because now there's a Winston and a Tracer, and I've headshot one or two people on accident. Again with the sonic arrow to kind of let my team know where everybody is.
Oh, mercy.
And I'm going the other way to kind of cover the other way. So by this time, that's what I had decided I was going to do. Oh, I thought I was going to scatter that Lucio, but I didn't. I'm thinking about plugging into this big giant Winston here so I can get my ult charged as quickly as possible. But really, I should have gotten off the point. Again, I wanted to... My plan going in was to get to the middle ground or the high ground over there where you can get booped off, but that's a little dangerous. And there I was on the floor fighting, and that's not a good spot for Hanzo. So I know that was kind of silly. Walking it back, I'm going to take these long angles, these like little sharp angles that they can't really see. I'm going to try my dragons again at a weird angle they might not notice and then come in and support it. I think that's pretty good cover across the zone, you know, that you're going for. Definitely better than the one I did from the bottom. And since I had set it up from the bottom, I don't know if I shot that tire or not. I suspect it was Anna. I didn't shoot the gorilla. It wasn't me, I'm telling you.
Junkrat down.
Again, a Sonic, nobody's there, so we're looking at the point. Here comes Lucio. And I think, oh, he gets me, I get him. Nobody gets anybody. Oh, there's Tracer, I scattershot her. She was definitely coming for me. I missed the wall, trying to get up on the wall, but we're just cleaning up now, trying to get rid of all of them.
Yeah.
The whole team's countering their trickles. This monkey's going to try to knock everybody off, but gets anti-darted. I think the team decided to go ahead and wake him up to try and get the finish because we are in overtime here, and then we just kill this guy, and that's it. But the second round, they obliterated us. In the second round, they came after me with Tracer and a Winston and Genji. All three would come at me and kill me right away. I suspect they thought that I was some type of pro Hanzo, which I'm not. But, you know, you make switches. Now that they're all coming after me, I make the switch to defend myself against Tracer and Genji. They're very, very mobile, and the easiest way I've come to discover to get rid of that advantage they have is to slow them down until they're no longer mobile, and then shoot them in the head with an icicle. So I come out with Mei in the third round. We're tied 1-1. Normally on City Center here, City Center, Oasis, yeah, it's Oasis City Center, right? I would like to play Winston. I like getting on the center tower there with Winston and just kind of patrolling everything. The first sweep is usually pretty quick. You can get up on top, isolated their players so they can't get on the point. You can get up on top pretty well and then dive the backline healers and then get out again by jumping up top. And then that's a good spot for Mercy to get to you too, because this is a good Mercy map. This is a great Lucio map. Most of them are. Here I'm going to isolate Tracer again. Now she can't zip that way, right? There's D.Va on me, so I have to focus back on her. I see Tracer out of the corner of my eye, so I'm getting out of the way, and I know my D.Va's there, so I get the help. This is great when you have no UI. You can definitely see the healer stuff coming along the side, so I know I'm getting healed. I don't know how well healed I got, and I know I'm not going to survive a bomb, so I just go ahead and turn into an Iceman there. Come around the corner and keep clearing the point. Our team's doing a great job. We take the point, and now it's just a matter of isolating them from coming in, making them go out the long way through a smaller pinch through that little wall there, right? So you saw my D.Va flew right to the point. So the point was only about as big as D.Va. If they were going to come through, they were going to run into her. So it's a great way to make the gaps through which they can come, the flanking spots, a little bit smaller. I decided to come out and help out this D.Va. Nope, we don't get her. But then I isolate them, so I don't get shot. And now we're back, and I'm helping on Tracer because my teammate was calling for it. I don't know why I didn't get caught in that hammer. It felt like I was in it to me. Oof. I guess there's a Junkrat in the scene. I don't want to deal with that Anna. I want to deal with my team, or help my team, I should say. So I isolated her again, and then I went and checked to see if there's a flanker. There was. It was it was Tracer, and I had to snowman up. But by then my team had finished with that one and come around to finish her, and then the wall goes down, and everything's back to normal. Again, Junkrat's on the scene. I'm not seeing him until it's too late. He's throwing that bomb down right on me perfectly, I think. Good communication by the team, even though we're just using channel comms at this point. Things are working. There's Tracer again, Snowman again. You're not going to get me. I really like Mei. She's very versatile. You can slow down that tire. I just missed on it. It was a little out of reach, which is unusual because Mei's spray goes pretty far. And actually, I think it probably goes a little too far, but that's just the engineer in me saying, but I enjoy her. I don't like being at the receiving end of it. I don't mind turning into a snowman to avoid a hammer. Right. Speaking of hammers, I don't think the hammer hits as hard as it should when it hits the head, or stuns people. It doesn't, right? It just kind of knocks them sideways. It's kind of weird, but, that's Reinhardt. We're talking about Mei. Not to jinx myself, but I don't think I've died by this point on Mei, so I'm still just kind of hassling the divers and the flankers, slowing them down, eliminating their advantage, which is their extreme mobility. Once you slow them down, a lot of them don't know how to react because they're so accustomed to like blinking left, right, forward in a certain speed and running in between each one of those at a certain speed that, they're going to run into walls and things like that, right? So ultimate down, I'm going to slow down that area and go cover the area they'll be running out of. It's real easy on this big round one because they either going to go through the center, which you can quick peek, or cover with your ult, or they're going to go around the back end, which they did. Mini D.Va was going to get me. So I had to snowman up. She was not going down fast enough, but this game went down fast enough. Victory for us, huzzah. And let's see. We have a play of the game. Thank you very much, Drinks, Fro, Cheese, Awesome, and Kiwi for hanging out and helping me with this carry. Play of the game goes to Crow on Diva. Let's see what we got here. Okay, it's at the university. She sprang into those tight angles, and then surprise, surprise, there's a Diva mech in your face. How many does she get? Ooh, nice triple. Got somebody else there, it looks like, also. Comes in and probably finished up that Lucio. Yeah, that was a good take, Crow. Good play of the game. My friends, if you have any advice for me on Hanzo, please do leave a comment below. I could use it. If you think I was a noob on his gameplay, give me a thumbs down. But if you think I was amazing playing Mei without dying, then give me a thumbs up. I sure would appreciate it. If you've enjoyed this content and like to see more like it, by all means, please do consider subscribing, and you will see more coming very, very soon. Until next time, thank you very much, my friends, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye!